All right, welcome back. This is a patrol story. I already explained earlier on my RealCopStoriesVideos.com site. I've got 209 or 10 up there now. There's alpha officers and B officers, what I call them. B officers are the guys that get we get the salary no matter what you do. Okay, we're salaried. We don't get bounty. We don't get any kind of credit for making multiple arrests. You get to work better assignments, but you don't get any extra money, of course. Anyway, the beta officers are the ones that just drive the car, wave at people, take reports, and that's fine. Okay. Really don't crush any crime. Alpha officers is usually where I work at. It was where I worked at, and the multiple partners were the same way, ladies and men. We're the aggressors. We're the ones that go out there and find criminals. We find crooks. We find guys. We go down alleys. We sneak around. When robberies are in progress, we sneak around. We get people. That's what we do. Once in a while, the two get intermingled. And this is a story about getting intermingled with a B officer. Okay, I've had other stories on my website also. I'm just off probation. I got probably 2 years on, and I'm working the day shift, which I hated. And but in transition, you have to work some shifts, then finally wind up at the evening shift, which is where all the action is. That's where alpha officers want to work. Okay, the B officers want to work day watch, wave at people, and go home every night. Okay, not me. Anyway, or not the guys I work with. So they tell me starting Monday, I'm going to get a new partner. And this guy apparently used to be in an elite unit, and he transferred out. I found out later on he got kicked out. But I didn't know this. They told me he got transferred out, and I thought, okay, well, fine. Who knows why guys do this? I figure everybody comes in with a clean slate, and we can decide what they're like or not like. So we get in the car, and I'm driving because he's new to the area, and I'm going to show him around. Well, I immediately found out he was a B officer because, we're driving around, and like I said before in the videos, you see tickets all day long. Okay, I'm sure you've been driving your car wherever you go to work or to play or whatever, and you'll see somebody blow a stop sign or roll through a red light or cut you off. Or lane straddle. Nowadays with texting, guys are driving slow and holding up cars. That's a ticket, people, for texting. Okay, tickets everywhere. We get out there, we see a guy blow a red light. I go, hey, you want that one? No, I don't want it. Okay, so I pull him over. I write the ticket. I come back to the car, and take off. Now he's senior than me. He's got 2 years more than I have. Should be more aggressive than me. See another ticket? Half an hour later. No, it's okay. Okay, fine. So we go to radio call. Okay, for a report. He's the passenger. He's supposed to handle the call. We walk up. As we get up to the doorway, he noticeably slows down, so I would get there first. The citizen comes out. Of course, if you're a citizen, he's the first officer you see close to you, start talking to him. So I'm discussing this, and I say, okay, well, we'll take a report. And he didn't jump and volunteer to do anything. Okay. So I just go back to the car and get my books out, and I'm taking the report. And I'm thinking, okay, this is not going to last very long. Okay. This is not going to work very well at all. Okay, so this happened all morning, 3 or 4 hours. I wrote like 5 tickets. He did nothing. He just sat there. Okay, he's getting his salary is what he's doing. Okay, you're paying him to sit there. I'm writing tickets. I'm handling reports. I'm not bragging. I'm telling you what happened. Okay, here was a clincher. Okay, and I'll tell you what happened first. I'll tell you what recourses that you have as an employee. We see a biker, all tattooed out. It was a gang at the time, and some of them lived in this area where we patrolled. And they had the chopper. And a lot of times they don't like law enforcement, obviously. So we're getting behind him at a red light, and he looks back at me, and he's looking back at us. What he looks like nodding his head and smiling, like, okay, well, what was that supposed to mean? Okay, something. Well, I said, look at that guy. He just kind of goes, B officer. Light turns green, takes off, and we just happen to be behind him. I'm not following him. We get to the next light, and I notice his brake light doesn't work. Well, I want to run warrants. I want to check for narcotics. I want to write a ticket. So I said, I'm pulling him over. What for? His brake light doesn't work. Well, what's the big deal? Can you imagine? He's arguing with me. Okay? This happened before in one of my .coms, a lot of my .com stories. I look at him, I go, well, now I'm up to here with him. I say, I'm pulling him over. Well, you do whatever you got to do. So I pull him over. He gets out. Of course, he's got a little bit of an attitude. I go, get over here. So I stand up there. So I start checking his bike around. There's some things I wrote him on. I wrote him for you cannot have your handlebars higher than your shoulders. You can't. I know in Sturgis what they'll do is they'll drive like this, and when they see the cops, they pull the handlebars down. And then they put it back up again. It's there for a reason. It promotes stability if it's too high. That's what it's there for. So I wrote him for that. Oh man, you're really chill. I'm sorry, man. And your brake light. So I'm back writing the ticket. So now my partner walks up and he's talking to the guy. My ticket's complete. Okay? And just ready for him to sign it. And I see my partner, I happen to look up, I see my partner down there with the guy talking about his brake light, and my partner's down there, I didn't know he rode bikes, and he fixes the tail light. And so what does the crook say? He turns around and goes, hey look man, it's working now. And my partner's got this stupid look on his face, like a smile. I'm going, well, And I'm not going to argue an argument in front of a citizen. So I go, okay. I tell you what, man, hang on a second. So I go back to the radio. We didn't have any radios on our side. I had to go back to the car. I said, give me a supervisor here. And I had a supervisor showed up that this supervisor was with me when we went to a dead body call and the body exploded. Look that one up on realcopstoriesvideos.com. He pulls up, and now my partner looking like, what's going on? So I get out of the car. He gets out of his car. I walk back to him, and I tell him everything what happened. And he goes, what? I said, let me ask you a question. You're my supervisor, because I've only been on a couple of years. I have this completed ticket. Now, this is what I'm explaining to you earlier. Once an officer writes a ticket, just like a parking ticket you see on this Parking Wars, you cannot cancel the ticket. Okay? You can't without a reason, a huge reason. Okay? Usually it's under arrest reason. He's under arrest, and okay, so the arrest takes precedence over the ticket, but this is just, so I tell him, and he goes, what did he do? I mean, he was just as shocked as I was. I go, now what am I supposed to do with this ticket, Sarge? He goes, oh, you haven't signed it. What if he doesn't want to sign it? We're in a quandary here. If he doesn't want to sign it, well, we could take him to jail, and the thing is, it's been fixed. He goes, we're not in the fixing business. He says, we'll cross that bridge. Go up there. So the guy comes over. I said, sir, he goes, hey, man, it's fixed. Of course. Okay. So I go, it doesn't matter. I said, I wrote you before you fixed it. I said, I don't know what my partner did, but you got a rider now, or you're going to go to jail. Really? And the sergeant goes, yes, you are. Okay, fine. You're all mad. Well, I'd be kind of mad too. Now it's fixed. So I said, well, you can do, sir, take it down to they have on the court building, they have a equipment inspection station. Just go in there, tell them you fixed it, and they'll just sign the ticket off. That's all they want you to make sure your brake light works. Oh, okay, fine. So he signs it, give him a copy. He thanks my partner. They shake hands. Okay, that's fine, and he drives off. So I'm steaming now. I don't. So that I can't even talk about it now. 40-some years later. So then my partner goes, oh, doop, doop, doop. He's a B officer. He could care less. He's just making your money, your salary by doing nothing. So he goes into the car, and I walk back to the supervisor and go, hey, Sarge, I need to talk to you. He goes, yeah, meet me at the station. Meet me at the station. So we turn around and go to the station. So I tell him, hey, I don't know, he wants to talk to me. I lied to my partner. Sarge wants to talk to me. I don't know what he wants to talk about. Okay, so I go in there. And this is the recourse we have. Our department I know most departments have a policy that if you can't get along with someone, you got to be in that car for 8 hours. If you have a personality conflict, that's what they call it. Then they split you up and put you with somebody else. Because not everyone can work with everyone. Just like being married. You can't, and everybody gets along, and all that good stuff, okay? So I told him, and he knew what had happened out there. And I said, I'm glad you came out there. You could see this. I said, look, see this? I got 6 tickets here in 5 hours. You know how many tickets he has? He goes, you don't have to tell me. He's got none. He's got none. I said, I don't know where he came from. He goes, well, he got kicked out of this unit. I said, well, somebody should have told me that. He goes, well, we tried to see if you could start off with a clean slate. I said, yeah, but I'm carrying this guy. I said, I don't want to work with him anymore. So you're going to have to take care of it, Sarge, or I'll have to go to Lieutenant. I don't want it. He goes, no, we'll take care of it. So the next day, I was working alone, and this guy was working a desk job. And from then on, he was working more a desk job. Then he transferred out because he said he was being picked on or something. No, he picked on his own self. He's not working. Nobody wants to work with drones. I call those drones. Look that up in the dictionary, the drone. Okay? Anyway, so that's the little things that go on in out here. I was very happy to work with myself. I did more about myself than with him. And then another day went by and they gave me another partner who went off, and a regular guy who went off and did normal police work. But again, this is back to the other stories. You know what suffers on this? Not him. The public suffers. You suffer because he's not doing anything. He's not preventing traffic accidents by writing tickets. He's not enforcing laws. He's not doing anything. Just getting his salary and going home. Okay? I think that really is bad for the public at large when they're paying our salary to do something. Okay? Anyway, so that's my little story, inner workings, and I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.